Undergrunt.
It was lightning!
At first, I thought it was an animal.
Some kind of bird or something.
But it was a man. There were flames coming out of the engine and a flash of smoke.
Maybe it was a technician who was caught on the side of the plane when it took off.
How could he survive out there?
The air's so thin. The blast of wind. It's so cold.
It's impossible, isn't it?
Oh my god, it feels so stupid.
Can you imagine?
A naked man crawling along the wing of an airplane at 35,000 feet!
In a small little ship in the center of Mars was a sack of souls with experiment scars. When the psychedelic monk said, I'll take two, and he put them in a rocket and he ate a lot of glue. And he shot them straight to Earth when they turned into babies. They were named Bob and Matt, and they rarely got rabies. And the monk made a movie of their whole entire lives. They were panoramic scenes and zooms of the time. And one time Bob had sex with a ladle, and one time Matt lost a vet to a cradle, and another time Bob caught a dinosaur mom, and another time Matt bought a replica of Guam. And all this and more is on a DVD set, only $20.99 with the purchase of a gem. But if you call right now and say, where's my whisk, we'll include this bonus disc.
Hey! Welcome to Bonus Disc! I'm your host, Bob Rose, and with me is another host, Matt P.A.
Hi.
Damn it!
And with us is a returning guest of the show, John Bennett.
Where am I?
Wake up! We watched the movie today that was nothing like I'm talking! The movie we watched was called Danger Zone 3.
You already forgot it.
Oh, dude, I forgot everything.
You can't forget this name.
Danger Zone 3 Steel Horse Wars. A movie that John recommended because it's on Amazon Prime.
Based on the title.
Right. And we
And
chose
never
it.
again will we watch a movie that has a cool title like this.
We chose it solely based on the title. Because how could a movie called Steel Horse War not be enthralling?
Why would Amazon Prime allow this is the best Danger Zone movie? There's no Danger Zone 2. There's no Danger Zone.
Just Danger
Just
Zone 3.
Steel Horse War.
So, before we begin, it's important to say that none of us have seen Danger Zone 1 I keep forgetting the first part of the name. Danger Zone 1 or 2. It is not of our consciousness. We have no idea what happened.
Anyone can watch them. I mean, this barely exists. Like, aside from the fact that we did watch it, it barely exists.
We might have actually brought it into existence.
There's actually another Danger Zone with Robert Downey Jr. From the 90s,
Right.
and it's
96.
not this.
Nope.
No, it's not this franchise.
What if that movie is all three of these movies combined?
Combined.
Well, I mean, this movie was really only like 10 minutes long.
Are you telling me
I mean,
that they made a Hobbit of these Lord of
Possibly.
the Rings?
Yeah.
They're fantastic. This is a fantastic.
No, it would
film
be like
series.
the Topher Grace cut of Star Wars of these movies. That's
What would they cut out? There's everything's distinct and means something.
Well, like Bob said, you could cut the hero out of this movie for the most part.
No,
He doesn't even need to be around.
it's really it's a movie about a racist ass.
Is
trying to
he
find
racist
gold.
though?
I don't even know.
I know I don't think he was.
I don't think he was. I think he just didn't care.
I think the child was racist.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it because, my God. We're
Yeah.
never choosing a movie just based on the title again.
This was a big mistake.
It was a
I-
huge mistake.
Dude,
In
there's
my
one-
defense, I watched the first 10 minutes and thought, this is going to be gold.
I can give you that. I could give
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
that.
from the first 10 minutes,
as soon as he stopped.
hold on.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was like,
I
felt it. I felt the whole movie just like the engine shut off and you were just coasting. I was like, what happened? That started out all right. What's going on?
I'll repeat what I said earlier. It's a movie that is playing in the rec room of an old age home every Sunday.
And some guy wishes he's Wayne Olsen. There's one guy in that room that wishes he was Wayne Olsen so bad.
Drinking his orange juice, taking his pill.
That's right.
That'll be me.
20 minutes in, he's asleep.
20 minutes of 5-pound weights.
All right. Let's begin. This movie is atrocious. It's insulting.
It's one of the worst bonus discs we ever watched.
This movie sucked.
I defy the audience to find anything about this film. Nobody on the internet cares.
Well, hold
There's
on.
no Google.
On IMDb, you found that the writer has written other movies.
Like
one of the
movies I
co-writers.
like. Two I've enjoyed.
National Treasure 2.
Yes.
The Spy
And
Next Door.
Spy Next Door. And he did
Tomcat.
Tomcats.
I like that movie. It's ridiculous. It's insane.
Jerry O'Connell's performance
He
is pretty
learned
nuts.
pacing.
Yeah. And he's also writing Expendables 4, apparently.
Yes. He's
So-
the writers of Expendables 4.
So this movie birthed that guy, at least.
You're welcome, world.
What was the director's name again? Douglas Bronco.
Douglas Bronco.
That has to be
Clearly
a
a
fake
real name.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
in our
has to be a
defense,
fake name.
a movie called
Dark
Danger Zone Dark. Stop!
I thought it was called the Dark Zone 3.
Danger Zone. It's named after a Kenny Loggins song. It has Steel
Yes.
Horse War as a subtitle, and it's directed by a man coasting through life with the name Bronco. Like, that movie should be fucking awesome, right?
Yes, it should
really
star
should've been
Bon
good.
Jovi.
Oh.
Yeah, there should be like a
There could have been a steel horse in it. Man.
Yeah, maybe.
or like a penis fight between Bon Jovi and Mickey Rourke or something. Like,
Yeah.
something
Mickey Rourke in
insane.
the desert.
Like a
Take his dick
what's
out.
a penis
Like they
fuck?
use them as lightsabers and just slap the
Oh.
meat against each other in the
in the
desert.
desert, just two dry penises whacking each
They
other.
wouldn't be dry.
Tell me you wouldn't
They'd
watch
be
it.
so dry.
Nah.
They would be so dry.
Nah.
Well,
out
it's
there.
wet if they're in their pants and it's all sweaty.
Their balls
Yeah.
would be sweaty, but their
We
dicks would
probably
be
should start-
completely bone dry.
Is there sweat glands? Are there sweat?
Are there sweat glands in your
dick?
dick?
I don't think so.
Your dick's gonna get sweaty from your legs. In the desert?
All right. The movie begins.
Movie.
The movie begins with a small child coming into a bedroom. I hate this fucking shit so much.
All
This
right.
small
So
boy
good.
comes into a bedroom, throws his books on the bed, and starts looking at his homework, and you hear from downstairs like a dad voice being like, "Better do your homework up there." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm doing it." And then he pulls out a comic called fucking, I almost called
Danger
it
Zone.
Dark Zone.
Say it again.
Danger Zone 3
Steel Horse War.
My God. And then he starts reading it, and it's like, it's a comic about,
It's a movie.
the movie begins.
Okay,
Like,
anyone listening, if you've ever seen the other movies, because we're not watching them, do the other have framing devices like this?
the only thing I can think of is like the first two, whoever wrote, or I don't understand, whoever was in charge of there being 3 of these fucking things. Maybe in the first two you saw, like, the first one, his wife died and he goes renegade. It's sort of like Mad Max, I'm assuming. And then the second one is whatever. And this one is like supposed to be like there's finally a happy ending for the fucking Danger Zone guy, where it's like, oh, he didn't have to live through all this. Maybe, I don't know. I'm ruining
so
everything.
You're,
But yeah,
you're saying that the dad
The frame-
framing up
yeah,
at the beginning is the actual guy that was the star of the other movies,
Who?
Yeah.
So
and we're watching his child read a comic book
yeah,
about
about his dad's
about his
job.
life?
I don't know.
God in heaven.
God,
I don't know.
I would say no,
I have
but
to-
we'll get to why I know later.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta get through all this algebra homework. If only I had
we have to
an
talk
oral history of my father
Oh.
in graphic novel form. Hello, hi. That's the framing device.
It's the framing device. So the movie we're watching, as Matt pointed out on our past episode, like Serenity,
Doesn't matter. Everything we watched
It
is
doesn't
pointless.
matter.
It's insane.
at least it was interesting.
I can't believe it, man.
At least it wasn't.
Yeah, Serenity was fucking
God,
interesting.
godly slow. It's fine.
Yeah. God, if Serenity was just meant to be kind of on a boat staring at water lapping against the side of it for 2 hours, it would be this. Like, that's what this is. This movie is so boring. It's a bunch of old men in the desert doing nothing. All right, sorry.
Don't you like just
Ah!
constant motorcycle shots of people going 3 miles an hour? It's fantastic.
It's awful. It's a nightmare.
Don't you want a
Jesus
motorcycle
Christ.
movie with no sense of speed?
All right.
We have okay.
Steel Horse
It's
War.
war!
Steel Horse War.
I mean, it's the greatest movie title that ever happened.
Yeah,
obviously.
Right. So we start
They
at
just
a
were like,
funeral.
we're gonna coast on that. We don't need to do anything. We got Steel Horse Wars, man. This could be anything. It's gonna make so much money.
Our built-in audience is so ready. They're like,
They're just eating
don't
it up.
explain shit. Let's go right into it. You guys want to see the
Dude.
conclusion of Steel
I'm
Horse
gonna be
War?
fucking pissed if like Expendables 4 isn't Steel Horse. Expendables 4 Steel Horse War. Please,
Oh my god!
please do it.
That's gotta be
Okay,
the
so this
tagline.
we're in the comic now.
Yes.
And what's the first thing we
First
see?
scene, he goes to the funeral. No, it's not even
No,
a funeral.
no,
It's a
no.
grave.
Well, it's like a voiceover that shows us like the comic as it transitions to real life, and it talks about how Wade Olson, his wife was murdered, right?
yeah.
And he quit the force to
so
go
that he could go renegade and kill the person that killed his wife.
right. And so it transitions to a live action shot of Wade Wilson at her grave, and he takes his badge out and like throws it next to it. You know, and he says, "What is? I'm gonna burn
Something
the
with-
earth for you." That's
No,
what you
that's
said.
what I said because he's like, "What is going on, man? Scorched the earth after my wife died. Fuck it."
But
When I want to,
We didn't see the other
I
movies,
know, I
so
want
it's
to
like
now
not-
because I want to know when
but-
the danger zone entered.
But-
like, was the first movie was that Charles Bronson movie or was it Death whatever?
Death Wish.
Death
Death
Wish, yeah.
Wish.
Like, is it like Death Wish, and then the second one's like they
Mad
just
Max?
introduced the danger zone?
No, they were
Did
all
this
called Danger
introduce the
Zone,
Danger
so the Danger
Zone?
Zone was
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
you're
first
right.
one.
the first
But
one.
when did the why?
Do you want to
Okay.
read the
No,
description?
No,
we
all
gotta
right,
just
let's
go.
just
We
do
just
it.
go.
All right, so they get in. He basically throws the badge on his wife's
He
grave.
quits being a cop
but
at a cemetery.
but clearly they
Did he
couldn't.
tell anyone?
They couldn't shoot at the cemetery during the day because the sprinkler system's on. So they had to get in before everybody else could get in. So it's the beginning of the day. They had to shoot at like dawn while the fucking sprinkler systems are going. So they can shoot this one scene, and it makes no sense. It's supposed to be raining or something. I don't know. It's so bizarre.
Bob, your face. You're like,
dude, I don't know what you're saying.
It makes more
I think
sense
this
than the
movie
first
gave us
half of this
strokes.
movie.
I think John and I may have had a stroke watching
Yeah, we
this
had
movie.
miniature
You
strokes
both
while
were
watching
falling
this.
asleep
Oh my god.
constantly.
This movie, like, it like turns your brain off. It like gets in there and is just like, go to bed, go to bed.
Sleep.
Ambien,
Yeah.
the movie. It's
Ambien.
awful.
It's Ambien for your balls. It's so
Oh God.
so manly yet so comforting.
What?
okay. So he's what? God.
We don't.
There's
Do we
so
even
much
know
of
what
an
the
old man on a
second scene is?
motorcycle.
What's the second scene? I can't even remember it.
Then he's on the road.
He gets on his motorcycle.
No,
and
no,
drives-
cuts to
and
the
then
cop.
it cuts to the cops in the car.
Cuts to the
Yeah,
cops
no,
in the car.
it cuts to the cops in the car, and they're transporting Reaper.
Grim Reaper.
And
That's
they're
his name.
No,
and
he's just
they have,
Reaper.
and they're talking.
Yeah.
They're like, Reaper, what kind of name is that? And he's like, it's Grim, like Grim, the guy
Like
in the
the
front.
Grim Reaper.
Like the
he's
Grim
a
Reaper.
badass. And he's like, oh, but what did he? It's like the cops giving him a hard time,
Right.
and then they get like,
Well, the cops.
They start talking about some woman, right?
They're talking about the divorce of one of the cops'
Oh, yeah,
brother,
he's getting-
and then they're talking about how maybe they should go over to his brother's and
And
sleep
fuck his
with his
ex-wife.
sister-in-law.
Yes. Yeah.
So these cops are talking like these 40-year-old asshole problems that clearly a 13-year-old would love to see in page 4 of his book.
They're talking about marital
Yeah,
problems.
marital issues.
and like forcibly making someone have sex with them.
yes,
And
Great.
a child. Yeah.
two
right.
cops just
But it's important, John, because we need these cops, their characters to be established, because you know we need their arcs to
yeah.
play
So
out.
Yeah,
so
we have
people
to-
like me don't ask questions like, isn't that the same guy who was in the last scene? Dude, I thought it was the same fucking guy. These cops look identical. All like two out of
That
these three
scene is-
cops look identical.
It's them talking for like 5 minutes. It's long.
Boring, and
Yeah.
then
They get to a part. They in the road. There is a fallen biker. Looks like he crashed.
no. First, it's traffic cones, and they're like, "Oh, they must be working on the highway again."
Oh,
and they're
right,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, there's a fault line and an earthquake, so you got to take this road for a mile and a half." And then the guy who tells them that like looks at Reaper. They make like
give
eyes.
a little nod.
They have their little eyeball squeezies.
Right.
And then they drive down the road, and that's when they find the biker,
He's
like
fallen.
a motorcycle crash with this guy bleeding out on
The front cop that's driving gets out and goes to investigate.
This is what I don't understand. The first cop goes, I'm going to go check it out, try to help him. I'm going to go try to help him. And he grabs the medic kit out of the car.
Yes.
He starts walking up. He hasn't reached that other guy. The cop in the backseat goes, oh, man. No, you got to get back in the car. He's like 10 feet from him, but he doesn't hear him. And he goes, and he grabs a shotgun.
Yeah.
And then he levies, like, okay, so he still hasn't, like, aimed at anything.
No.
The guy in the ground gets up, shoots the cop that's walked to him, and then a guy in a bush, that guy's not walking towards or aiming his shot. Like, what tipped him off? There were only two fucking guys.
Nothing tipped
What
him off.
tipped him off?
Probably the script tipped him off.
Yeah, that's
He's
it.
like sitting in the back of the car, like, oh shit, we're about to get jumped. I just didn't understand. I was like, the guy on the ground hadn't moved yet, and the guy in the bush hadn't popped out yet, and you weren't looking at him. You were walking at the guy on the ground.
Yeah.
Made no sense. So they both get shot. Both
Yeah.
the cops.
They both get
Just
shot
in
to
the
death.
gut.
Right. And then
Reaper comes out of the car,
there's
takes
like a
the one
shot of
cop
his
shotgun.
feet getting out of the car. He picks up the gun and he shoots the guy that was in the backseat completely dead.
Yeah, he finishes it off. I did not understand this because how those two guys look the same. But he walks over to the other cop, and and then the other guy's like, "Let him die slow," and he's like, "What do you think? I'm an animal?" And then shoots him.
Shoots him anyway.
With the shotgun.
Right.
And then,
But it cuts directly to that exact area, but with a different cop that I thought was the same cop.
It cuts directly?
I thought, yeah.
Oh.
It went
so
right to it, and that's
bizarre.
why I was like, wait, isn't that the guy who just got shot in the face?
I don't even remember that cut. The
Because
ending's
it was-
really bad.
it's
so
really bad.
garbage. And so
Yeah.
they've taken the bodies away. The bodies are gone.
The bodies are gone, but there's
outlines
no
for the bodies.
police tape. There's one cop standing there alone with not another car or anything around him. I seriously I thought the movie was going to be awesome. Like I said, I thought the movie was going to be awesome, and I still believed
Horse
it.
War.
I was like, Steel Horse Wars. I was like, holy shit, can he see like the ghosts of everybody that dies in the danger zone or something? And I thought he was going to like talk to the ghosts of the cop that died, like what happened. And then
You subscribe so many Native American powers.
oh
on this
man,
guy.
Right. And he's
I
not
don't
even
know,
the one with powers.
that would have been awesome or something. But then it turned out to be a different cop who's the worst cop in the
Ever.
world.
Well, it's just later.
Jesus.
Well, he just didn't put any tape up. The guy, a strange man in a leather jacket, rides up on a
Hold
motorcycle.
on, it's Wade.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm saying from the perspective of the cop standing in a
Right.
crime scene
Yeah.
Not
where
only-
two police officers were murdered, he's just like, oh,
Okay.
hey, you can't be in here, sir. And he's like, he doesn't say shit. He just starts like
He looks
perusing the
around.
crime scene.
He touches the blood and
the
tastes it, and he's like, "It's theater makeup.
It's not real blood.
It's not real blood."
They staged this. And he's like, who are you, dude? And then he goes, well, I'm going to go hunt these fuckers down. And the guy goes, wait, sir, this is a crime scene, sir. Please get out of here. Like,
Not
what
to
are you
mention,
doing?
We have no concept of how Wade got there.
No.
Yeah.
Or how he knew
Wade
about
just
it.
heard about this,
Also,
apparently.
I'm now in this point of the movie. We don't. Is it said that Reaper killed his wife?
No. I don't
His
think
wife just was killed by someone else, I guess, in the other movies.
I forget
right?
what it said. I think they said at the beginning his wife was killed in like almost like the Punisher's wife. Like it was
Okay,
an
it's an
accident because of
okay.
whatever.
Yeah, she
so
ran
in
into
that
At this
opening
point-
montage, they do show
at
the
this
bad guy
point-
being like, remember they say, I'm your wife. We thought he said, I
I
used
am
to be
your
your wife
wife.
or whatever. We were like, wait,
But what I'm saying
why
is-
did that guy say that?
At this point, he shows up at the crime scene, and he's just like, he's not there to look for
well,
anyone.
not to mention he parked a motorcycle in the middle of the
right.
drive.
What I'm saying is, though, he's not looking for anything right now.
No.
He's
No.
just driving around.
He's just driving around.
And he's like, oh, this is a fake crime scene. I guess now my mission is to figure out.
well, it's like I
this-
said.
yeah.
It's like I said. He's
What?
He's the link to
You know what I
Reaper's
mean?
Ganon. He was just like ethereal ghost man roaming the desert until Reaper was loose, and then he corporealized, and he's like, here we go,
He
crime.
was in the cemetery
Or
and
he's-
threw down his thing and
Yeah.
left. Yeah.
He's like a reverse Ghost Rider.
I
guess.
just-
like
I
when
just
there
thought
isn't a
of-
problem, he's like a demon flying around. But then when there is a problem, he becomes a person that can solve it.
I just thought of something. Stage makeup smells like toothpaste.
Yes.
So You don't even have to put it in your mouth.
No,
He just
could have
did
smelled
that.
it.
I
could've
wish
smelled
like,
it.
Just like he like eats that and is like, it's theater blood. See, this is real blood. And then he ate the cop's blood and be like, see, there's definitely a
great.
difference.
It's definitely-
This tastes like copper. This is
Get the spoon out
disgusting.
here, taste it.
This is O positive.
It's just funny to me that like he's just roaming
No,
around
yeah,
the desert.
the movie's
and he's
just like, all right, we already told you who this guy is, and,
he's
and there
gonna
he
find
is. So
this-
obviously,
but like
Yeah.
he could have just drove past the crime scene. He didn't need to stop and be like, all right, here's my mission now is to
well,
figure
that
out
all he does is
this
look for
thing.
crime now that his wife's dead. What else does he have?
I guess he's
the
like
Batman
Kung
of
Fu
the
or
desert.
something. Yeah,
He's the motorcycle Batman of the
He's
desert.
just vengeance till the end of time.
yes, he's vengeance
Yes.
incarnate. Okay,
He's slow vengeance.
Then it shows that like Easy Rider shot of the Reaper and his gang.
Yeah, 'cause
driving
now
down the
he's
road.
loose, and they get more people start following them or join them.
Well, they stop on. Remember, they stop at the side
Well,
of the
the
road.
first is playing that awesome song where it's
That
like
song.
was it blowing through the winds
No,
of
they're-
Mexico or some shit. And you're like, all right,
It says
yeah,
that you're bringing the Mexican storm,
that's what it
You're
was.
bringing the Mexican
You're bringing
storm or
the
something.
Mexican storm,
which we all assume was like cocaine or something.
Because what did it
It-
say?
it's-
The white lady
the white-
took them.
the white lady took something, and then the Mexican
It's a
storm's
very
coming.
descriptive song. It's just people riding motorcycles.
But if you played that next to like a build the wall rally, everybody
Oh, yeah.
would
Oh, yeah.
fucking just cheer.
Stand the
dudes in
cocaine
like
tide.
American flag bandanas would love this song.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
So we see a bunch of fat guys with interesting beards
Riding
ride down the
motorcycles.
road.
One-handed,
then it
they're
cuts-
trying very hard to look badass. Like,
Yeah.
some of those guys are trying so hard to look cool. It's awesome.
and then it cuts to when they stop on like the side of the road, right, where like Reaper has to figure out where he's going exactly. When the guy questions him,
Oh,
like,
he's
Reaper, where we
shaving.
going?
It just shows them riding for a long time, but then
it's like stops at their camp.
Or stops at
They're-
a camp.
yeah,
a
it
camp.
shows him like shaving. He's
Right,
using
and
a
then
mirror to shave.
Then a
and
fat guy who's in the,
the
gang
fattest
is like,
guy in the whole gang walks up to him and goes, "What are we doing? Like, I think
Clearly.
I'm gonna head back to town because you haven't said anything. We're just
we're just like driving around in this day. What are you doing, man?
What I like here is that he says we've traveled over 100 miles,
Right.
and I'm like, wait a minute, that's literally less than 2 hours of driving.
Right.
And this guy's like, I've had enough already.
Well, I'm not.
Well, no.
In Reaper's defense, he really
he literally
He
says,
didn't say hundreds of miles.
No,
he
he said
said we've driven
like
over 100
miles.
which means it's less than 2. I mean, that's
but
nothing.
he also
So I'm saying, what happens next in Reaper's defense?
Oh,
This guy
yeah.
wasn't really committed to
No,
the
he
cause.
definitely
Yeah.
deserves
Well, not
it.
only that, but he tells Reaper, he says, I have a wife and I got a job that starts on Monday.
Right.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
was like, dude, why are you here?
What are you?
driving at
You're
me?
just like, this is a good weekend for me. I made 100 miles on my bike.
So you got hired by a gang to like do a prison break, essentially.
Yeah, and it's
Like a
Well, I
prisoner
guess
break.
that guy.
thank God it was on your day off,
Yeah,
right?
right.
I guess that guy like found a new life, and then Reaper got out of jail, and everybody was like, "Dude, Reaper's out of jail. Let's go hang with him."
He's
and
like,
then he was
"Well,
like,
I
"All right,
gotta-"
fuck yeah!" And it was the sort of thing where you're like, "Hell yeah, we're riding with Reaper again." And then it's like 130 miles later, you're like, "What the fuck are we doing? Are we gonna hang out? Are we gonna have a
guys,
beer?"
My wife is gonna be pissed, man.
I didn't tell her I was gonna be gone all night, guys. Like this is
the sun's going down.
Like, I got the guy coming to fix the sub pump tomorrow. I
Yeah.
can't be here.
poor guy.
Like, what? And then
Yeah.
Reaper,
Reaper-
he's shaving with like a 1-inch knife.
Dude, it is so tiny.
It's so tiny.
It's
and
the
he's
kind
like,
of knife you could get through security.
What does
at
he
an
say to
airport.
him? He says, "What does he say?"
He goes, "You're gutless," and then stabs him with it.
In the gut.
This guy weighs 350 pounds easy, and he
Easy.
stabbed him with the equivalent of a spork
Yeah.
compared to his hide, and like he died immediately.
Immediately in the stomach.
In the
A stomach
stomach.
wound. You can live for days,
Dude, that thing probably wouldn't even get to
his
anything.
stomach. No.
No, he
And
has-
it was low. It went like in his
He,
ear's
like,
belly
stabbed him
button.
belly
I think he just pretended to die so that
No, yeah.
he's like, I don't hurt my
for
friend.
his wife.
I don't want to hurt my friend's feelings, and I got to
Oh
get
my
home.
God.
He's got like this weird problem that he's got to deal with. He's
so
like, if
good.
I just die right now, they'll leave, and then I can get home and
It
start
was
on
totally
Monday.
for appearances. It was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
He was
Reaper
playing
like knew
possum.
like go to your wife.
It's like, here you go.
Well, he goes
save
back-
face, Dan.
He tries to go back to shaving, and there's blood on the blade, but there's blood on half the blade.
It didn't even
it's
go
like
all
he
the
poked
way.
him. It was just like,
Yeah.
was it like the most deadly? Is it a cursed blade?
It's just 3 inches of pure
like,
fat.
what the fuck happened? He poked him with it, and he died
It's the
immediately.
blade from Evil Dead or something. I don't know. It just like killed him instantly.
Oh, this is the blood drinker's pocket knife. It just immediately drains someone of all their blood. Completely
like a freeze
exsanguinated.
frame, and then a voiceover says, and then he used the blood drinker's pocket knife to stab a beast man in the
I know the
desert.
novelization of this is probably way more filled with
way
lore.
more. Fills in so many blanks. The graphic novel
And I
fills
love
in
they all
so
just
many
accept
blanks.
that he's dead. They're all just like, well, we never listen to Reaper. That guy's dead. Look what he did to him.
No
He
one
stabbed
says
him in
anything.
the flesh.
No one says anything. They're just like, hell yeah, I guess. Or they just.
I think everybody was just like going, fuck, I should have pissed him off when he had that tiny knife. Because then I could have got stabbed and got out of this. This sucks. Now I ruined the moment. He's the
All
only
the
person
other
who
guys-
grabbed it.
While he was in prison, all the other guys got families and shit. Now they're just
Yeah.
like, well, I'm not going to get
It's basically old dogs, but
Like,
with
kind of murdered
Reaper.
that guy because he
or
told
old
him he had a
hogs.
family.
Old hogs.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
old
yeah,
hogs.
different,
Oh, excuse.
different great film.
I'm
Old hogs.
sorry that I besmirched old
Old
dogs
dogs.
for old hogs.
Well, nothing's as great as old dogs.
All right.
Anyway,
Now we cut to the suburban area where there's a basketball goal across the street and then a woman washing a car.
yes,
And then we meet our
it's
hero.
like we're in the deep
Oh,
in the
yes.
desert, deep,
deep.
and then we cut
All of
to
a sudden, it's just,
suburbia, and it's
like
like
a guy's
what?
house with a woman washing a
And we're gonna
car.
give it the benefit of the doubt and assume that this part is from the other movies, like the guy, this character,
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything. Because if it's not, oh my god,
I literally thought it was a flashback and he was going to go and see his wife and his wife got murdered. And
Right.
then he goes, he wakes up in a dirty fucking blanket in the middle of
Right.
nowhere. Like,
He wakes
"Ah,
no, he wakes up on his bike.
oh, God. I should
Another
stop.
bike mare, I guess.
Another bike.
Anyway, he pulls up to a house. Someone's watching the car. And he says, "Is Tony here?" Or was it
Yeah,
Tony?
I guess.
Sure.
Sure. Who
Is
cares?
a male name here? Yes, he's in the garage. And then it cuts hard to him talking to Tony.
Yeah, who's this really
His Q.
tiny?
It's his Q.
Yeah, his Q. This little diminutive
Nope,
old man
nope,
in a
nope,
polo
nope,
shirt.
no,
What? Did we
not
skip
yet.
ahead?
Yeah, the first person he goes to see is it cuts to that guy getting a tattoo. It
Oh
cuts-
shit! He
it
gets
cuts-
the information
it cuts,
first.
Yeah, it cuts to the guy
Because there's only one theatrical artist in the desert.
Yeah. The guy who had the
Yes.
fake broken leg
Yeah.
when they freed Reaper, he was like, "Consider your debt paid, man," and he was like, "Sure, whatever."
Right.
So this guy is getting a tattoo, and he's talking about how he met a lady. I do like
At
how
a wedding.
all these evil guys are like, "Man, I think I found a woman," and like then just getting fucked
completely
over immediately.
destroyed.
It's like all these bikers almost have their shit together.
And then Reaper
And
gets
then
released.
Reaper ruins it.
And he's like, I'm
Kills
not
them.
letting any of this fly.
Yeah, everybody's cannon fodder, but they're almost this close to raising a family.
I'm going to get rich off Civil War gold.
Yeah.
And you're going to die for it.
All right, yeah. So this guy's getting a tattoo, talking about a woman he met at a wedding, and fucking Wayne Olsen
breaks in and just
well, he like
grabs him.
supplants the tattoo
Two
artist
artists,
and just
yeah.
starts choking him with his belt. He takes his belt off his pants and just starts choking him.
Yeah.
And I love the way the guy kept going, "You're fucking me up. You're fucking me up, man. You're fucking me up." His voice was so high.
Yeah, really
Everybody
was.
has the same voice up until Wade gets there.
Right.
Then everybody's like,
Yeah.
So
give me a name
he's
or
like, yeah,
something.
who the fuck? When was the last time you saw Reaper? And he's like, weeks ago in San Quentin or whatever. And then he starts tattooing something on him, like poorly and roughly. And the guy's like, "Nah, you're fucking me up." And then he eventually is like, "I saw him yesterday." And he's like, "Where's he heading?" He's like, "How the fuck am I?" What does he say? "What am I, a crystal ball?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yes," and
Yeah.
just keeps tattooing him.
He's tattooing it, right.
And then he eventually tells him he was going to a white power camp
yeah.
in some place. I forget the name.
Apparently a Caterpillar rental facility.
Right.
That's
yeah.
full of white trash,
Yeah.
white power people.
That's where Reaper's headed.
Yeah.
So then he
Yes.
leaves, and then the guy like looks in the mirror to see what he wrote on him, and he wrote "cop killer" across
Right.
his
Yeah.
Like,
which
neck.
it's 90, so like in 92 that'll be really
I'm just a
cool
big
because
Ice-T fan.
I'm a big Ice-T fan.
Yeah, right.
By 93, that guy would be cool.
But the
He'll be
people
the
that this
coolest
movie was
dad.
made for, it was made for like, hillbillies. It's not.
This was made for white supremacists.
No, this was
this
was
movie's
made
like
for
for
11-year-old
white
boys to
supremacists.
read on their bed
It's
instead of
my-
doing their homework.
Oh yeah, a boy is reading this, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
still.
a boy is
Cop
learning
killer,
the
a boy's
lessons.
reading that.
White power, cop killing.
He's learning that bite means right.
Yep.
So here we go.
Yep.
So then, what do we get next?
Then we get the Q scene because
No, I think it goes to something happens because that, and then there's something else. We go back to Reaper doing something. What's the next Reaper thing that happens?
he's just sitting there telling people to do stuff for him.
Maybe they
He does a lot of
somebody.
sitting on rocks. Reaper taking his hat off and then putting it back on.
God damn it! What
He
happens
does. What
next?
did you say he was dressed like?
Oh, he looks like Waylon Jennings.
That's
Yes, he does. Yeah.
He is wearing the dumbest jacket that a
Yeah.
villain should not be wearing. He
No.
looks like a douchebag.
He looks like a dark chef.
He looks like that
So
like
bizarre.
cowboy Indian getup that Jim Carrey wears in Dumb and Dumber.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like he's the guy that would wear that normally,
I was gonna say,
unironically.
he
Yeah.
looks like
Yes.
Steven Seagal visiting like Arizona.
Steven
like Steven
Seagal-
Seagal would be like, "Oh, I
No.
gotta dress appropriately,"
This-
and he
this
would look
is- yeah.
exactly like that.
This is a rejected outfit from On Deadly Ground.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Exactly.
He looks like he's in Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation.
Right.
It's unfortunate he's in Babes in Toyland for people who are colorblind.
What happens next?
All
What?
right. It's got to be the Q scene because he gets the stuff and then he goes on his
I'm
quest.
fine with that because I don't remember.
Okay, so you
I
go.
think I mean, you might be right because I mean, we can't be in the city for that long.
no, we can't.
No.
You know what I mean? Or
And the tattoo
civilization.
thing is probably going to be.
Yeah.
He meets an old man in a garage. The old man and
That's
him
where
have
we
some
see
The
the
old
sort
man
of
gives him
washing the
3
car.
things. One is a shoe,
knife boot.
a knife
Well,
boot.
he
shoe.
walks into the garage. We've never met this character, and he goes, "You're after Reaper again, aren't you?" And we're like, "Wait,
Wait a
What
minute,
was
how
the
do you
third
know
movie?
that?
I know, but like,
It has to be
how
from
does
the
he
other
know
movies.
anything?"
It has
Yeah,
to be from the other
apparently
movies.
the Reaper knowledge has gotten through.
Everybody
It's a
knows
small
Reaper's
town.
loose.
Everybody
Right.
knows everybody's business.
It's a small town. It happened in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, but the suburbs are
Aside
right
from
next to
seeing,
nowhere.
we
according-
don't see an exterior of the tattoo parlor. All we ever see exterior that isn't a desert is that house,
Yes.
that
Yeah,
garage.
that's
That's it.
And it's barely an
That
exterior.
was probably
Yeah.
across the street.
That was like the director's house.
Yes, that
It was
was.
just like, we can
Yeah.
just shoot this before I go into the studio
Right.
right now.
All right.
Honey, pretend to wash the
gives-
car for 5 minutes. I got a weird
I gotta
looking
do
guy to
something.
ride a motorcycle
All
by
right.
it.
He
He
gives
gets
him 3 things. The
knife
knife boot that like it's like you hit it and it shoots out from your boot.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
I mean,
you
it
strike
It
the
pokes
heel.
out. It's like a
Yeah.
switchblade in your boot.
Strike the heel, and
Then he
the
gave
knife comes
him the 3 bombs that
out. Which look like urinal cakes.
urinal
Yes.
cake bombs,
And they gave him the gun that
That-
shoots with the safety on normally.
and with the safety off, it shoots backwards into the person holding it.
yes.
And
Yes.
technically, he also gives him a 4th thing, which is a watch that detonates the urinal cakes.
Oh, that's
Well, that's just with the urinal cakes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Here's the watch to detonate the urinal cakes. Have
I
a
love
good,
that they
have a
don't
good
look like
revenge.
something else.
yeah.
They're not like they're not a decoy like
Yeah,
on the
they're not-
surface. They're
Oh
just
yeah, they just
here's
look
a
like
thing that looks like nothing. and
Here's
it's-
4
it's a
things
bomb.
because
Right.
you are a man without possessions.
Right.
You should have 4 things that are not suspect at all.
right.
Right.
It's just
he's
here it is.
Link. He's Link.
All right.
He
Yeah.
He went to a dark cave to get his supplies. He is Link.
Okay.
This
God.
is a Legend
Don't
of
go-
Zelda analog.
Fair enough.
A Legend of
Yeah.
Zelda.
Legend of
analog.
Zelda came out in '86, but whatever.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Shut your mouth.
Okay. What the fuck happens next? I cannot remember the first.
There's
half.
riding in the desert.
Yeah, now he's on their tail, but now we're seeing. Oh, and then it cuts to.
he meets a
This
dog.
scene makes no sense.
Oh.
This is when when he stabbed that guy with the tiny knife and killed him.
Yeah.
There is a point where somebody goes, "Well, yeah, I guess what are we doing after he killed that guy?" And someone still had the balls to be like, "What are we doing?"
Like I'm cool with
He
whatever.
was like, "We
but
need
what
to
are we
fi-
doing?"
He
You
was like,
know,
"We need to find catfish." He said that
Yes.
earlier.
Yes.
So then the next time we see him, he's at like a burned out building, staring at half a piece of paper. Remember?
Yeah.
It's like
like
a piece of paper that's like
it looks like half of a
stapled
map.
to a
To a-
wooden
Dude,
pole.
it's a burnt up beam. It
Yeah,
looks
it
like someone
doesn't-
set a building on fire and then stuck a note on it.
It
Yeah.
looks like a fire escape plan
Yes.
that was just on the wall.
And it's a really dramatic zoom onto Reaper's face of him taking it in.
And he's just
he's looking
staring
at
at
it.
it
Yeah.
like
He
he's
goes-
trying to crack
he
a
says-
safe.
He says
does
something.
He
He
says,
says,
this there has to be another part or something. This can't be the only one.
This can't be the only one.
Something
yeah,
to
like
imply that this is
Yeah.
half of a map or whatever.
Yeah, anything to draw this out
Dad,
further.
when the hell does he say that he's looking for Confederate gold? When did that happen?
I don't know, but at this point we know he is.
Yeah,
I don't care
he
when it
never.
happens,
He
but-
does. No,
We know he is.
piecemealsly tells the rest of the biker gang eventually, like, we're gonna get a lot of money. How are we gonna get money?
Well, it's like-
Confederate gold.
there's
Where are we
like a
gonna find
sto-
the Confederate gold?
No,
Hopi
it's almost
Indian
treated like
tribe.
a story time with the bikers. Remember, because he just tells
Yeah.
them all why the gold exists and
no,
where-
we get a story time of why the gold exists from the sexy archaeologists.
Oh,
Whoa,
right,
you're
yeah.
jumping way ahead.
I
way
know,
ahead.
but I'm just
2/3
saying
of the
that's
movie.
Okay,
that's
well,
when
either
we
way,
get that.
at this point we know.
That's why I
it's-
was like, when the hell does he tell us? Because we don't really know where the gold or what
Yeah.
it is until way later.
Well, we know that there maybe because there was an inscription. I don't know.
He
Is
must.
that
Yeah,
it?
maybe.
We just knew it.
Well,
already.
Wade meets a dog.
Oh,
Well, hold on. No,
shit.
before that. Oh yeah, Wade meets
No,
the dog.
Wade
Wade
first
meets a
meets a
dog.
dog.
He eats beans with a dog, and then the dog.
Well, the dog has like something wrong.
The
It's
dog's
hobbling.
limping.
Yeah.
And it eats a cookie or something out of his bag and it growls at him.
And he's like, "Hey, stop!
All right, all
Hey,
right.
stop! That's
Let me
mine,
help
dude."
you
That's
out
my
there,
stuff, and then
dog.
it eats
The
the
guy who
cookie.
plays Wade, by the way, looks like he is so uninterested in doing anything.
Yeah, it
He doesn't
looks,
even want to be in this fucking movie.
It's like they shoot
Can't
him
blame
with
him.
a tranquilizer dart right before it puts him into the twilight. He reads his lines.
Do your line.
And scene.
So the dog,
yeah.
he helps the dog, and then the dog's like, "I love you," and he's like, "Yeah, I got to do this alone, puppers," and tries to ride away, but the dog like follows him.
Yeah, dog just runs alongside.
Then
and then
we
he
get-
meets him to the gas station.
No, well, I don't know if he
Yeah,
beats him to the
it
gas
meets him
station.
at the gas
He meets
station.
him, yes. Well, he goes to the gas. It cuts to him going to a gas station to get gas.
And then go take a shit, and he
he
leaves
goes
his
into
bike
the
alone.
bathroom. What did we see the bathroom? Did something happen?
You know
to
what's
him in
funny
the
is this
bathroom?
scene is
No.
almost.
Okay.
I just realized this scene at the gas station is like almost identical to John Wick,
Yeah,
the first movie.
except John Wick doesn't
Well,
take
you
a
would
shit.
know that, Matt. Sorry,
Yeah,
but
sorry.
no, like he goes and comes
Spoilers.
out. He comes out and there's like guys that are like, "You got a real nice ride here. I'll give you this much for it."
Well, I like-
He's like, "It's not for sale."
I
Thank
kind of
you.
like it because he's the aggressor. Like verbally, he's the aggressor
Yeah, he's
first.
the-
The guy's
yeah.
sitting on his bike,
Get the,
but
the
he
one you're
goes,
sitting on, asshole.
"Yeah." He's like, "That's my bike, by the way." And he's just like, "Which one?" He's like, "The one your fat ass is sitting on." And the guy
Yeah.
goes, "Oh, I see."
Look, I
just
got
wanna-
$400.
and
Take it.
And then he's like, "It's not for sale, fuckhead." And the guy's like, "You really should have did that because me and my buddy here." And then
We're tired of riding doubles.
yeah, they're like hugging on the back of a motorcycle.
Right.
Oh, this guy also has a New York accent. Like
Yeah, yeah.
like a
Yes.
thick New York
York
accent.
And he looks
accent.
exactly like John Oates.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. And he's
And
like,
then
"Yeah, me and my
Daryl-
boy, yeah, we figured
that.
we'd stop riding doubles here. Whoa!"
Whoa, let's get on the
hey,
bike again.
oh.
And then Wayne
Old
kicks
Mother
the shit out
Hubbard
of
went
them.
to the cupboard. Yeah.
With one of the wackest fight scenes.
Oh, it's so
Oh, my
boring. I
God.
couldn't
There
even
was
tell.
that one thing where did he kick
I thought
him
he
or
was just-
punch him? Like what?
just
Well,
looked
you
like he was
see a
swipe-
limb go into frame, and the guy's like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
It's like, what happened there?
Dude, one of his like backward kicks was like so sad.
so
It was just
sad.
like,
It was dad karate.
It was,
man.
yeah.
But there,
Absolutely.
but man, when he got him against the wall, it looked like he was swatting a bee off his
Yes.
nose. It was just so terrible.
He beats the shit out of both of them.
And
then,
allegedly,
out of nowhere, the dog that he
Well,
left
no,
behind.
he's beating the one guy against the wall. The other guy gets up and starts choking him with a chain.
Right.
And they get him on the ground, and then the New York guy gets like a tire iron and looks like he's about to bash him.
Yeah.
And that's when the dog shows up and just
And
starts chewing
he
on
bites
that
his
fucking
ass.
Bites his
New York guy,
asshole.
yeah. And then he like elbows the dude off of him pathetically.
They quickly jump on their
they
bike
get on
and
their
ride
bike and
away,
ride
and the
away.
dog chases them away.
Well, then the dog runs up and starts licking his face.
Right.
And he's like, "I guess you're not so bad." And then we get a scene of like this
Wade.
dog riding a motorcycle, which was awesome.
Dangerously,
Very
mind you.
dangerously riding a
So
motorcycle.
dangerously.
He's sitting in front of the guy's lap on the motorcycle.
Yeah, like on the fuel tank.
It just feels like the dog could fall off so easily.
Not only that, but that dog must just be feeling all that engine heat right on
Yes.
his balls.
yeah, I don't
It's
know.
super dangerous. Seeming,
So
but,
bad.
Yeah.
It's not even on the seat.
And it really was filmed. It's not like that was a
Yeah.
stunt or anything.
That was a dog, riding a motorcycle.
Right.
Man. All right.
Your fault.
and
Wake
now,
up!
now
You're thinking out there, why are they sidetracking? No, this is
Because
the
now-
film.
nothing's about to happen for the rest of the
Nothing.
movie. Like this is where it completely took a shit. The whole movie stopped happening. You watched like this fight scene where you were like, "Well, that was poorly done,"
was so-
and now everything else is just
poorly
old fucking men talking in the desert at low volumes with no stakes, and you're like, "Dude, what in the fuck is happening?"
John wanted to choose an action movie.
Hey, I didn't know that they were raising money during the filming, and then they'd like write one scene and go, "Let's go shoot it on the weekend." It's so
weekend.
bad. Okay, look. That
What
was
what
you
happened?
gotta admit, this name makes it sound so much better than it is.
Dude, this
Steel
name
Horse
had
War.
it
Steel
filled
Horse
my
War.
head with so much and it delivered nothing.
Oh my God.
So
This is
what's
the
next?
point where Matt fell asleep.
Well,
This is when I started blacking
I
out.
feel like he rides with the dog into the night. Or no. When does he meet the Rainmaker?
No, because this is
Hold
what
on.
happens. Let me tell you what happens. So they're out in the wood. They're out in the wilderness. Him and the dog, right? And the dog eats some beans, and then a freak rainstorm happens. And he
Oh
goes,
yes,
Yes.
"Oh my god!"
Right.
And
that
he
was that
covers-
worthless ass scene.
Yeah, and
And he starts pulling a poncho over them.
yeah,
and then it just
and
cuts
we
hard
thought
to the sound
that
of
was
pissing.
the worst scene ever.
Yeah.
And then he goes and pisses in the corner of the desert, and the Rainmaker sneaks up on him, and he's like, "Hey there," and then it's
Does
this
he just
old-
sneak up on him?
Yeah, Kenny Rogers sneaks up
Is that
on
how
this guy.
useless that was?
That was how useless it was. The only
No, the Rainmaker's
precursor.
with someone. I thought.
who's he with?
Oh my god.
I don't remember how Rainmaker came into the movie. By the way, there's a character named Rainmaker who looks
Yeah.
like Kenny
And-
Rogers.
well, he says
An
you're-
even older man.
An even
Yeah,
older
yeah.
dude.
He's like, "You're really easy to track because you have dark energy."
Yeah. He says the skies aren't like they used to be. All pollution everywhere, even out here.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
talking
that's
about how
right.
hard it is to be a rainmaker. So I guess I want to travel with you, which is kind of like a job.
Right.
Okay, sure. So now we got two people doing jack
We
shit.
have to
Everything-
assume
everyone
he's
in
from
this
the other
movie-
movies too,
Yes.
right?
Everyone in this movie acts like they just read a description of their life.
Yes.
And was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I used to be this guy's friend. He seems to be on a mission. I'll help.
Yeah.
Like, what? What is your life?
Yeah.
What is your life?
Bizarrely established relationship.
What is the danger zone?
I don't know, but I know what happens next.
Okay.
Next is the Reaper crew. Well, we cut to the white supremacist camp,
Oh yes.
and there's
They
the
have
guy,
that white America sign.
white
with
American
the Nazi
sign
flag
hanging off of like a
Like a
tow-
backhoe.
a backhoe truck,
Yeah.
and there's a guy a skinhead wearing a shirt that says
Oh my God.
Hitler
European
tour
1942.
1939 to 1945.
And he's bald and he has like Yosemite Sam mustache.
Yes. And so they all they
roll up.
they roll in, and all of them start like coming out.
He pulls a gun out, and then they pull guns out, and then he's like, "Why don't you tell your friends to come out?" And then there's a whole bunch of people pulling guns on you. Everybody's
Right.
got a gun on everybody,
It's a tense situation.
and
Right.
he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna need your help finding this shit to get us
Well,
rich." in the
Reaper
desert."
says that.
Yeah,
Reaper says
that.
I need your help.
He needs like an army.
I need an steel horse
War. Yeah, and he started talking about an
Yeah.
army, and I was like, "Here we go with the Steel Horse War."
This is what it's going to kick off,
Finally, the
guys.
Steel Horse War.
Finally,
It's gonna be Rainmaker and Wade in front of an army of good bikers
Slumbody.
Army of
Reaper
Babel.
and his army of Nazi bikers. That's the movie that I thought we were watching.
Yes, all the pieces come together, and now the chess
Right.
game begins.
That would have been nice.
That would have been great.
But what we get instead is,
Don't tell him yet.
Yeah.
oh, what?
Well, wait till
Alright.
we have to get to how much of a limp dick the ending is.
Yeah, I know,
Okay.
man.
God damn it. Anyway,
Now they're riveted.
so the main Nazi guy is not having it.
Yeah, he's like, fuck off, fuck
I don't
you,
care if you're
fuck
offering us
this.
money. Fuck you.
Well, wait,
yeah,
what
who
was
are
his
you?
shirt that he had on?
I already said the
Oh, you
shirt.
did? I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
said the shirt.
Okay.
And then he shoots him in the dick. Reaper
shoots the Nazi guy in the dick.
in the dick because he's hiding his
And then
gun
he's
under
like-
his stupid jacket.
Yeah.
And then he says to all the other Nazis, he's like, "Look, like you want to be rich. I
Is
know
it, you want to follow a guy with no balls? He does say
you
that or
wanna-
something
yeah,
like
I
that.
knew you had no balls.
That's what it was.
It was like, or do you want to follow a guy who's going to make you rich beyond whatever you thought you could be?
Yeah.
So they are all like, oh yeah,
They're all like, well, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
he didn't
we
get
live
it.
in
He
a
doesn't have
car
a dick
now-
anymore.
yeah, so
What's-
now
he's useless.
Yeah, we're all sleeping in cars.
So
Fuck this
Reaper,
guy.
I would say what he had like 10 guys of his own, and then he added what another 10 Nazis.
Yeah, so
Yes,
Ish.
where did they all go?
I don't know. I don't know.
they were,
I
I
don't
guess. Well, we'll get to it, I guess.
I don't even know.
Oh,
if
shit,
this
where
movie-
you eat.
they joined the cannon fodder biker crew, whatever. And
Right.
then, like, the guy who gets shot in the balls somehow crawls to a tunnel with
Well,
the
that's not till
Confederate
later.
flag
Hold
sopping
on.
up
That's-
his
we don't see
blood
that till
nuts.
later. We don't see that till
Oh,
later.
yeah.
Oh.
That's we come back to that.
Yeah, because we're not talking about the fact that our hero and his sidekick are 3 scenes behind everybody
Yes.
else.
What are they doing? What's him and the dog doing now? Oh no, he's
Well-
got Rainmaker with him.
I'm pretty.
So it's a lot of shots of them driving at 4 or 5 miles an hour through the desert.
Jesus Christ! There's like wide shots. They look like they're on like Shriner carts,
Yeah.
and it should be playing like the Dink Dink song from Spaceballs. It just looks not impressive at all.
You said it was great because you said it was like the Model T cars
Yes.
for Hershey Park.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
that was how
yeah.
fast they were
That's how
going.
fast they were going.
it looks
awful.
hilarious.
Oh my god.
Now is this because the 2 guys? Is this when we cut to the?
Catfish or what?
No, I was gonna say is because he just got the Nazis. So isn't this
Yeah.
when we cut to the girls camping, or the photo shoot?
The
photo
Because the
shoot.
2 guys, we
You're
should.
right.
Well, hold
Because
on.
he sends 2 guys to go
No,
after
hold on.
catfish.
No,
No,
those,
no.
Those
No.
guys are just
So,
late to the party.
We are shown an extended introduction to this female photo shoot that is so
super
ungodly
long.
long.
and it's
Yeah.
just crotches,
It's
like
crotches of women and a guy
Full-
taking
like,
photos
full
of them.
Obsessed.
like big pannied like bikini,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
90s shit, or
banana,
80, late 80s shit.
banana style.
Like if you
bikini.
enjoy
Like,
the
ooh.
male gaze as a concept, this has it. Because it's just like the girls get like their photos taken, and they go to the makeup area, and they're talking, and there's literally shots of their tits to their crotch, over to the other crotch, up to the tits, and like no head.
But
no head, but the movie passes the Bechdel test.
It does because they're
Right
talking
here, yeah.
about they
breast
have
implants.
names. They have
They have
names.
names.
They name each other, and they're talking about breast implants,
and they're not even talking.
They're not talking about men.
Yeah, they're
No.
making
Yeah.
jokes about breast implants and other women's
So
bodies.
it passes the Bechdel test,
Yes,
which
it
it doesn't
does.
deserve to,
It
but
doesn't.
it does.
Nothing.
It's kind of
does.
amazing. Like it's weird.
It's weird that it
Yeah.
would, but it
It
does.
passed
Considering
in a
how
scene
sexist
where
the
you
movie-
just watch women judge other women's bodies and make jokes while you are only shown like nothing but the neck down of
Yeah.
3 women.
It kind of like
It's really weird.
sadly
It was like a
proves
90s
the Bechdel test is kind of flawed.
Yeah.
Actually, like the fact that this
Yeah.
is not a
Yeah.
feminist movie in any way.
Yeah, it's a minimum at best. It's not. It's
Dude,
not
it's
any way
sexist as
to gauge.
shit. Are you
Yeah.
kidding?
I don't know. I mean,
There's
they save
virgin
everybody.
gag.
Nobody actually
They save
ends
everyone,
up being
but those
sexually
shots-
abused.
But
in
the shots are
movie.
for the viewer. That's not okay.
That's true. Well, yes,
Those shots
yes,
are for the
yes.
viewer.
No, yeah, the
Yeah.
scene's gross.
It's gross as fuck. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anyway, so they're just talking, and then the 2 bikers happenstance
Just
upon.
2. Oh,
No,
it's
from
the
the
2
gas
from the
station.
gas station.
Yeah.
That's
It's
right.
the 2 guys from the because we don't know where anyone is. They're just in the desert roaming around until something comes across them.
Yeah.
They show up
In
and
search of the plot.
right. They show up and they like
the guy's like, "Hey, we're doing a photo show
Shoot,
here.
guys,
can you like
move along,
go on?"
please?
And then he just shoots him.
He shoots him in the arm.
He goes, "You know what? I don't think so. I think
Yeah.
we're gonna fuck these women." And he shoots him.
Bang!
He shoots the guy, and the women are like, "What the fuck?" And the other guy's like, "Hey, you want? What does he say? You want to lube my love stick or some shit?" And
Yeah,
you're
you
like,
want
Jesus Christ
right?
in heaven. Why? And then
Because there's 3 women. There's the makeup girl and the 2 models.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he grabs one of them. He starts doing whatever.
Something to
he
him.
starts.
He does the.
Oh no, he smack. What does he say? He's like, "Kiss me on the mouth, bitch," or some shit. Remember? Doesn't he say something like he's
yes.
slapping her in
He
the
just
face? And
slaps
you're like,
her in the
"Gosh, said,
face.
kiss
Is
me,
he all-
bitch." And I was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
Kiss me, bitch.
Right at this is
Terrible.
30 seconds after passing the Bechdel test.
Kiss me, bitch. Passes the Bechdel test at the arguably most sexist scene too.
It's nuts,
Yeah.
dude.
No, the most sexist scene is the
Later.
archaeologist.
Yeah, that is probably.
But
So then that's when Rainmaker and Wade Wilson they show up and see it happening, right?
yeah,
Yes. Do they just straight up just kill those dudes right
No,
now?
they
I
don't
don't-
kill them. They don't die there.
no,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
they shoot at them and then they save the people and they get away on one bike.
Again.
Yes, they get away on one bike
Are you
again.
sure?
Who cares?
That answer is
Is
better
it
than
not
everything I know
accurate?
about how that
Are
Are
scene
we
Yeah,
gonna
ends.
be not accurate
Dude,
here?
I'm just
trying to
happy I
remember-
remembered a scene happening.
Nobody has
so-
to be allowed to
I'm
watch
just trying to
this
remember
movie.
seeing those guys ever again in the movie.
No, we
Yeah,
do.
they do
We totally
because
do.
well, first off, it wasn't.
Absolutely,
guys-
Matt. Are you forgetting the end?
I swear to
God.
God, it
fuck,
wasn't
right,
those
I'm
guys.
sorry.
It wasn't
It
those
was those
guys.
guys,
No,
absolutely.
it was 2 different guys.
You want to bet money? How much? $300.
No,
That's how sure I am.
No, it was definitely those 2 guys.
I am so sure.
They
I'll
got
bet any
away-
amount of
all I
money.
Because
know
he
is they
says
got
something
away
in the
on
New
one
York
bike.
accent before he
Yes,
shoots the
I will
director.
absolutely
they
bet
got
money.
away on one bike though.
Yes.
Yes,
they had to
it's
double
those
They
bike.
only
guys, though.
have
It's-
one bike.
But what
That's
happened
why
to the
it's
other
them.
bike?
There isn't another
There
bike.
isn't
They're
one.
always on one bike.
They only have one.
That's why they wanted
Yeah.
to steal his.
Oh,
John.
sorry. This is
Steel Horse War!
Steel Horse War.
Horse War, pay attention.
God damn it! It's just so good.
Steel Horse War. It passes the Bechdel test.
I'm sorry. I have
What?
to
All
watch
right.
it a
you're
third
so
time.
you're so enthralled
There's
by the
so
Bechdel
much.
test.
There's so much eye candy in this.
Is
I-
this where they split up though? Because they save these women, and I think this might be where like Rainmaker helps them go fuck off while he keeps tracking them.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Rainmaker disappears for a while. Because then, we cut to the big, like, chunk of the Reaper's story. Because
Where he finds catfish.
Well, he goes to the home base, wherever that shit was. Like, the place
Yeah, I
where they
don't know what
are.
that- yeah.
They show a wide shot that looks, like I said, it looks like an Ewok village or some horse shit.
Yeah, I don't know what that place was.
Right, and then his lackey, they're, like, doing nothing there. And then the lackeys are like, look who we found.
And it's catfish and
And
skin.
and skin. Oh
The
my
woman
god!
named-
A
Her
woman
name-
named
She's
Skin.
like the only named woman we've met in the movie, and her name is Skin.
Skin.
Oh no, those women said each other's
And
names in
names,
the last
so,
scene. You're
yeah,
right. I'm
you're
sorry.
right.
But Skin has a history with Grim Reaper.
Weighing
Apparently,
all of them.
yeah, she stole like $30,000
$1,000 from
Grim
him.
Reaper, and she hooked up with this guy who's
With
Who
catfish.
somehow has this
catfish.
map? Oh, that's what we're missing. He explained that,
The catfish.
or it was piecemealed to us that. Fuck that. What's the bad guy's name? I forgot his name. instantly. Reaper killed his cellmate 2 days before he was going to be paroled.
Right.
And his cellmate, the cops say this. Oh, do you think you know where? Oh, did he tell you where he hid his gold? Do you want us to go pick it up on the way? That's how we know about the gold.
yeah.
And so he killed his cellmate to figure out where this gold was, and his cellmate was friends with catfish. Were partners with catfish. Is what we're
Yes.
now
And they were
finding
supposed
out.
to get the gold when he
Together.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
catfish has half the map. The other guy had the other half. And this dude's like, "Give me the fucking map," and he's like, "I don't have it. I'm catfish. Whatever.
I don't have it. I'm catfish.
So they string him up and
Mhm.
they start whipping him good.
Yeah.
Well, I think Is there something in between them talking when they first capture him and him being tied up and getting whipped? Or
Well,
is
they
it
get
just immediate?
separated to get strip searched.
Oh yeah, he
said-
goes strips.
Yeah,
he goes
says
search him
and
and strip search her, and they're like, "Thanks, boss," or whatever. So she got raped, obviously. There,
Or
I
was,
would assume.
or something awful, but
I mean,
But that was Reaper's former
She was-
girlfriend or lover or whatever, right? That's what that was.
It's never
I don't
established
remember.
what they are. I mean, was she
I didn't
in
even
the
understand who
gang?
Catfish really was. As a former member of the gang who
I
stole
guess.
money from
I'm
him.
sure
He looked like a
Catfish-
hippie.
Maybe it's in the
for
other
that
movies.
universe.
That
Maybe he
Catfish
was
is in
more
the other movies.
prominent, like in number 2.
Yeah,
or
Catfish
one.
and Skin have to be in the second
It
movie,
has
I
to be
think.
Yeah.
because they talk about him so much.
Yeah.
He's like Leo Getz in Lethal Weapon 4.
Yes.
Number 2, he was way better.
So I think it is the whipping. I think
Okay,
it, all,
it goes right
this
to
whole
the.
chunk is
it's
like
one
all
big
Reaper
chunk.
stuff.
Okay,
So Reaper
dude,
has a full-on-
I literally could not be more awake for more than 2.5 minutes during this.
No, you're
section
falling
of the movie.
asleep.
yeah.
My eyes weighed
Bob Handler.
1,000 pounds.
I kept screaming your names.
Yeah.
No, the Reaper has a full-on bullwhip, and he's whipping
the fuck
out of-
like the fuck
Yeah,
out
like
of Cat.
it
Like,
is
he should have
bullet-
no skin left on his
He
body.
should
He
be
hit him so many
Passion
times.
of the Christ man.
No, it's it should
Yeah.
be disgusting.
and
Yeah.
yet he's not bleeding on
Or
the ground
screaming.
or screaming.
He's
He's just
getting
like
hit with-
wincing.
just like,
His back should look like Venetian
Like
blinds.
it's an S&M session or something. It's not. It's like, dude, your back should be flayed open.
you
Flesh
should
Yeah.
be worried about
Like
you.
flesh should be hanging from your back.
You
It's
should
like that bad.
look pale from loss of blood by
Yes.
that point.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
You got hit a lot.
You should
yes.
look like a washboard that had meat ragu pushed through it. It's so bad.
But it's not.
And the woman
Yeah.
goes, I'll give you the map.
I'll give
or
you the
skin.
map.
She's like,
Don't
I'll give you the
hurt
map.
him.
Stop. And
Just stop hurting him. Like,
Stop hurting
look,
him.
he's hurt.
He's dead.
Done.
He has
I
not
was
one
such
more
a-
nerve ending left on
Can
his
you guys
body.
help me? And please don't tell me that what I remember is true.
Okay.
All right.
She goes, I'll give you the map. Stop hurting him.
Yes.
He goes, cut him down. And then for some reason, immediately just strings her up to leave her hung there.
Because
Even though she's the one who
That's
helped.
just because Reaper's a piece of shit. Yes, that happens.
Okay. I thought
Yeah.
maybe I missed
No, it
like
just doesn't make
something.
sense.
Okay. All right. I thought I missed something.
And then she first when he let,
But
when,
then he doesn't whip
hold
her.
on.
He just leaves her there.
they let Catfish down. His back's all bloody. She runs to him and she's like, "Don't you love me anymore? I love you. I hope you're okay." And he's like, "You sold me out, bitch."
Oh yeah. He's like,
and, it's
yeah.
like, and I was like, "What happened exactly? That she sold him out?
Because he wanted the gold. Now
But
He
the
wanted
map
all
was-
the gold.
The map was on her person.
and didn't they strip search
Search
her?
her? What?
No,
happened?
it was in the
Yeah.
lining of her jacket. Nobody found it.
Uh,
That's the way I got it.
Wasn't in her butthole,
God.
so-
yeah,
nobody
so
found it in
clearly
there.
nobody found it.
Wasn't in any orifice, so I guess it's
Yeah.
just gone.
But anyway,
They
because
string her up.
yeah, this movie hates women, so she was
she
punished
gets tied
for
up
a
and
man's
left.
problem.
No, they just leave her. They don't even
Yeah.
bother to whip
yeah,
her.
yeah, they don't whip
and
her.
And he says to Catfish, "All right, let's go. I'll buy you a beer." Remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He
he's like,
offers
yeah,
to
you want
buy
to have
him
a beer? I think I owe you a beer for all
I don't
that.
even understand why Reaper acted like. Because this guy.
Well, no,
I
he
think-
gave him the map, and then he was like, "You're gonna." Isn't there something like he needs help to interpreting it or something?
It had to
I
be
hope.
because it
I
was their
hope.
map.
Otherwise, it's just like, oh, thanks for
Just
the map.
kill
All
these
right,
two.
fuck this woman, and now this
Dude, you're
guy's
killing
like,
people for nothing earlier. Just kill these two.
yeah,
But no, I think he needs some type of interpretation. I just don't
or
remember
something. Or does
Catfish
he have like a connection to the
anything.
Hopi Indians? Catfish,
Yes,
maybe.
I don't remember him doing
Catfish
anything.
might have like an in with the Indian people that we
I
never meet.
guess, but we never.
That they
meet
talked
an
about the whole
Indian.
fucking
No.
movie, and we never
What
met.
was he? Because he's an Indian pass, so he gets
I-
to go in places.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. It's a desert. You can come in
Isn't
anywhere.
Catfish the one that says they need to find the cave?
Which they don't go to.
I know,
they never
but-
find a cave.
But
There is
isn't
never a
that,
cave.
Doesn't that come from Catfish?
Yeah, I don't remember. I guess somebody keeps being like, "There's a cave,"
Yeah.
and there is no fucking cave.
Well, what happens next?
Ugh.
Because then I think we cut back to the
They
Wade
leave
or
to
whatever
go
Wade's
start
doing.
looking for the thing, and they
Yeah.
leave that woman there.
Well, there's so many
they,
scenes.
that's when Wayne and Rainmaker
they
find Skin and save her.
No, that happens before. They get ambushed like twice by two groups of bikers at all times. They go places, investigate, and then they get jumped.
Oh,
go
because when we're
someplace,
back at the
investigate, and they
base,
get
that's
jumped.
right. The two guys that were on the single bike show up, and they're like, "Where the fuck have you been?" The Reaper's like, where the fuck have you been? And he's like,
right.
some blonde-haired dude's been chasing us around. And he immediately goes, Wayne Olsen.
Yeah.
Where? And then that's, okay, yeah.
Did
he
we
sends
talk
people
about
out
the
to find
part
him.
where Rainmaker's like eases a skinhead into
No,
dying?
that happens before what you just said. Because they make it to the.
Oh, yeah, because, yes,
Wayne
that's
and
right.
the
Wayne and
Rainmaker
Rainmaker
make it to the
White
Nazi
Power
camp.
camp.
Yeah, his
And they find the dying guy. They find the dying Nazi, and the dying Nazi, he like puts a spell on him or lets him touch his crystal necklace. Remember, it was like his
Dude,
necklace.
now
thing.
you will feel no pain.
Right. And where did they go? And then the Nazi tells them where to find them. Right.
Yeah,
Like that's kind of what happens.
He's trying to stop the bleeding with a Confederacy flag.
Confederate
on his
flag.
balls.
And then he just dies.
Yeah.
He dies, and now Rainmaker and what's his name know how to get where they're going. And then we're at the part where what you just said. I think.
Yeah, we're at the part where we're saving Skin.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they don't save Skin. They knock out Wade. And then they drag Wade to...
Yes, the two guys shoot at him, but they miss, but it like hits him in the... I don't understand. Did he throw a rock at him or shoot him?
He got a ricochet, and it skinned... It just
skinned his
basically
head
grazed
How
his
did
head.
that knock you out?
The
Dude, it
shock
doesn't-
of it.
I
Yeah.
guess.
He's an
Jesus.
old man.
Okay, then what happens?
Why am I explaining? Okay.
I know, I'm asking
All right,
everybody.
then
The
they,
table.
They kidnap
Yes,
him.
no, we're not,
They tie him up,
Dude,
and they drag him behind his bike.
Oh
and
yeah, they're
both on
dragging him
separate
through
bikes.
the desert.
They're
'Cause they're like,
dragging
we're
through
gonna,
the
desert,
we
right.
gotta catch up with Reaper and show him we're fucking cool because
we
got
caught
his
Wade.
guy.
We got Wade.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they leave the woman there, and that's Rainmaker shows up later
Yeah.
because he was helping.
we didn't
the
even
photo.
know they separated either.
Well, I think he was helping the photo people get the guy who had been shot back.
Get back to help. Yeah.
to like civilization or something.
Right.
So then he shows up
Yeah,
and he
right.
finds
only
Skin,
100
and she's
miles
like, they
away.
shot him in the head and took him away. And he's like, all right, well, we'll get him back.
Yeah, because you told us he was shot in the head.
Yeah.
Clearly, he'll be safe. when
Yeah,
we
he's
get there.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Now what? So he's getting drugged. They're following Reaper, and is this where we see the weirds? Are we that far? Where we're seeing where those weird like
no, because
statues where we're like, what the fuck is that?
no, I think that doesn't the conclusion of the dragging happen first? How that concludes?
Oh, with
no,
the
because I
rock?
think they're digging. Or
Oh, they
what?
dig?
I
Okay.
think they.
Yeah, they're
find,
digging at that
I
point.
think they find
Okay.
it shows Reaper roll up on and his crew roll up on
two statues.
two
in
big
the-
weird statues,
But they look
covered
like
in
folk
bones.
art. They
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
even
they
look like
folk
Hopi.
art. They're in the middle of the desert, like
covered
a hill.
in animal bones. And
Oh my God! It's
Wow,
been an
Jesus
hour.
there were two lightning bolts or whatever. It was like
That
in
points
the
where
drawing.
the
And he's
treasure
like, dig where the
is.
lightning bolts are, and they start digging, and then we get, my God, the two idiots on the bikes are like talking about where to go, and he has enough time to like run behind a rock and pinch the rope they've been dragging him by in between a crack in the rock.
Yeah.
And then picks up another rock, and they try to roll away, and they're like, "Oh, I'm stuck." And then he turns around and bashes them in the head with a rock.
Yeah.
Right.
What happens to
The other guy gets a gun. He goes, "You're dead, motherfucker."
Oh, that's right. And almost is gonna shoot him, but then Skin
Yeah, yeah.
Rainmaker shoots
him in the
him.
back.
shoots that guy in the face.
And then
I
they
thought,
go
like,
and
in
they're
the eyeball or
talking
something.
to
Yeah,
each
it looked
other, and then
crazy.
we see the New York accent guy. He sneaks to the bike and pulls a gun out.
He pulls a gun
pulled
out of
Wade's
bike,
Wade's
which
bike.
is the trick gun.
Yeah.
So when he takes the safety off, he like talks some shit and then shoots himself
Self in
right
the
in the
head.
fucking mouth.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was like right
Actually,
in his
yeah.
mouth.
Best moment because it just like it was so hard looking.
You're like, oh, everybody
Fuck.
went, ooh.
Ooh. Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah. And so they're dead.
Yeah.
And Jesus, Matt.
Mm.
And then I think then we're
Then they dig up the gold.
They dig up the gold. Oh no, we skipped the
no.
archaeologists.
the archaeologists happen now.
Oh yeah, they
We're
broke-
Because
shown-
that's before they
It's-
start digging. You're right.
We're shown a big a camp with two actual like Coleman tents.
Yeah.
Store-bought tents.
Yeah.
One tent, and it shows us it was filled with women.
One tent is just a pantsless
nubile
party.
girls.
Yes,
Nubile sorority pantsless party.
Pantsless
Yes.
women. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And then the other women are outside digging and
Fix
looking.
your microphone.
What?
Because it's pointing at your
Dude,
nose.
It's pointing
It's
at your
not
nose.
pointing at my nose.
Yeah.
So then, there's women digging
Lower it.
outside, and
What
they're
did
like,
lower? I did lower.
More.
"There's
More?
wow, put it in your
Yes.
navel."
Like this.
Yes, you're breathing in. Okay.
I'm not doing it.
Steel horse war.
Steel horse war.
The women digging outside are like, "If we find, why are we?" One of them's like, "Why are we helping? Why are we digging? They're beautiful."
Yeah,
Number one,
they're
Yeah,
digging.
they're
They're
beautiful. They're like beautiful, super hot women.
archaeologist
And the one
women.
girl goes, "What are we even doing digging out here in the desert?" And like
And they're
isn't it like, good lord?
Like, did
Number
anyone
one,
explain to you anything?
you are now at an archaeological site in the danger zone,
Yeah.
woman.
You're
How
graduate
did-
students.
You signed some sort of
Yeah.
waiver that said, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that the school's allowing you to go into this no man land full of fucking gangs of weird guys.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What are we doing out here digging?" And then one girl's like, "Well, if we find anything, it'll prove his theory, and then we'll all get credit." And then one girl goes, "There's no fucking I like that." And she was like, "We're not gonna get any credit. You out of your mind?
You sick? This is nothing. We're just
Yeah.
doing this because the old man wants to stare at us in the dirt.
Yeah,
Right? That
it's
was
just
weird.
He's
Well,
sitting,
she
he's
finds, like,
sitting
a
on
belt
an
buckle.
incline. He's sitting on an incline.
They call
and he
him
looks
the professor.
Yeah,
the professor, and he
Yeah.
looks exactly like George Ramiro.
Yeah, he does.
And then this woman finds a belt buckle, and
he's
she
like,
runs it up
"Yes."
to him.
This is from the Civil War.
This
where
proves that there is a battle fought here.
yeah, blah
Keep
blah blah.
digging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God
But
damn it.
then Reaper shows up and does he kill that old man? No.
No, he knocks him to the ground.
Yeah.
knocks it to the ground.
And then he's like, "This is my fucking site now," and because I guess that's
Right.
where those things were.
yeah, sure. They were telling him to go there.
Sure.
And then the men are like, "Can we have the women, boss?"
Oh yeah, and he's like, "Don't."
He's like, "Later,
Yeah.
after this is over, you can have the women. Not
not now. There's no
Like he's
time
a
for
dad.
that.
Yeah.
After supper, you
He's
can
like,
have
"You're not
it."
allowed
No
to touch
Cheez-Its.
Yeah, right.
Cheez-Its
Well,
have
then they go to the statue things from
Yes,
there
they
because
go
he
there,
leaves
yeah.
some of the guys with the women and the professor, and then they go to the digging.
Well, remember the one guy? He shoots a guy for defying him about the women. Remember?
Oh yeah, he's like, "I'm gonna fuck this woman." He's
Look,
like,
dude,
"Oh yeah."
I drove 100 miles.
You're gonna let me fuck this lady, and then he shoots that guy in the chest. Dude,
like,
he's killed more of his own crew than Wayne
Right.
has at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's killed all these guys, and then we start the most specific fetish ever, where the one guy takes the gun out and then basically says, "You women, take off all your clothes to your broad panties and just
and polish my
polish
motorcycle."
our
Polish my
chrome."
He said, "We can't touch you, but I can get a boner out of this." Like, you know,
Yeah.
like, it was
we
like,
can tell you to do things, but we can't touch you.
yeah,
Which is
weird.
like, why did he say that at all?
I don't,
Yeah, it's like I can
Why
ignore
would
you.
Reaper
You can't
care
touch
about
me.
anything?
I don't know.
They
Keep him focused because he knows how much of a badass
divided
Wayne Olsen
loyalties.
is.
There's so much divided loyalty.
Right.
in this.
So anyway,
So they're like
yeah.
they're naked, scared, like
they're
wiping
freaking the fuck out,
wiping
barely
motorcycles.
wiping this motorcycle while being
Remember,
molested by
a child
three
is
dudes.
reading this.
Yes, this is a
Yeah.
children's comic book.
and these
Oh,
pages
we have left out how
are
many times they've cut to. It'll just
The
cut
child
to the child
reading.
the
flipping
child
a page.
flipping and stuff.
Or like
They-
drinking some
well,
juice, looking at the
yeah.
comic.
Specifically, the part when he's being dragged and
Oh,
the guys
yeah.
are like drinking out of their canteens. They're like, "Are you thirsty?" And then it cuts to the kid drinking a cup of water.
Yeah.
Because he's thirsty from reading.
because we forgot that he exists and this
Right,
exists in
exact-
the mind of a
the movie
child.
keeps reminding you none of this is happening. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
real.
weird.
It's fake. So okay,
Never ending story.
So they start like molesting the ladies, and the one guy is like, "I'm fucking over listening to what
I'm gonna have
Reaper.
to break
I'm-"
Reaper's rule.
Yeah, and he starts dragging this lady away, and then
Then-
Wayne and Rainmaker show up and ruin their fucking lives.
they kill him.
yeah,
yeah.
They kill him.
and
And
they
then
save
what?
the ladies, and they're like, "All right, you guys are safe." Where'd they go? They tell him where they.
The
This
Hopi
whole movie
Indians.
is just him being
burial
too slow.
ground.
No, because the heroes are just 3 steps behind. Yeah.
Such bad detectives.
They're really
It's like,
terrible.
where did that
What
guy go?
I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting up. God
Look how
damn it.
natural he looks.
I
You look so uncomfortable. Steel Horse War.
Steel Horse War!
We're almost done.
Oh,
We're so
God,
fucking
please.
close.
It's
In
a war
heaven,
of
so fucking
attrition!
Please, in heaven,
It's
end.
a war of attrition!
Dude, my brain was turning into jello by this point.
yeah,
what
my
happened?
mind is applesauce.
Us describing it as a mess, the mess that is us describing it is better than the movie.
Yes.
That's how sad this is.
This movie's
It's
so
24
slow.
It's so slow and boring. It's
Like they're shot. Why? If I'm watching two men, they're supposed to be badasses, ride motorcycles through a desert, and you don't see a dust cloud. That's how they're going so slow that they produce zero dust. There's nothing getting off the ground. They're like just rolling.
They're not even
It's
moving
insane.
sand!
I know
Like,
it's like the desert.
honestly,
You should be able to see something
like
moving.
walking creates dust. Like,
yeah.
why is your tires doing nothing?
It's insane.
It's so
right.
boring.
It might as well be cardboard cutouts being carried through the desert. It's like, why are you doing this?
So,
Such a slow.
all right. So the two bikers who are left, I think, are digging
Well,
up
there's
the gold.
Catfish, Reaper, and like two bikers.
Two other
left.
bikers.
Two fucking idiots we don't care about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know,
All the Nazis that joined at this point are dead.
There's
they
no
deserve
Nazis
every
They,
left.
fucking guy.
I think he killed most of
Yes,
them.
and
Like,
because he's been killing a lot of
he
them.
showed up, got recruited them, and then
He recruited them by
Yeah.
murdering one of them in front of all of them,
And
and
then
then he
murdered
just
the
keeps
rest.
killing them. in
They
front of
kept
each other.
giving them an ironic lesson on supremacy.
I'm assuming all those guys are just like more gold for me.
yeah, right.
Now that guy's dead. Or
Well, then
whatever.
now it's when they dig, right?
Yeah, now they're digging up. They
Not
find,
in a cave, by the way.
No, just
not
outside.
Even close to
It's
nowhere
like
near
it's
a
at-
fucking
Well, it's
cave.
at
It's
one of the
outside.
statues on the pole.
Yeah, it's like in front of that hill. It's on a,
Yeah.
like a stone hill, like a mountain, and like Reaper's just like sitting on this well, doing fuck all,
while
waiting for
Catfish
them.
is digging.
And the catfish is like, I found it. I found the gold. And then they take the gold
It's a
down.
big bag of gold.
Or he
It's
pulls
like
it
a
out of the
cartoon
ground.
bag of gold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
Reaper shoots him twice. And he's like, our agreement's reached an end. or whatever.
had a deal.
That's right, our deal's over, and he shoots him, and then they walk 30 fucking feet
feet.
down a hill, and another guy goes, man, I can't wait to spend this gold. And he goes, you don't get any of that gold, and he shoots
It's
him.
him.
And then the other guy goes, wait, what's going on? He goes, yeah, this is all my gold. And he shoots that guy. You're like, dude, you
But,
got
like-
nobody left.
Yeah.
You just killed everyone
killed
left on your
And
every
you
team.
haven't
single
even faced
person.
Wade
You
yet.
haven't even seen Wayne. He hasn't even laid eyes
no,
on him.
Yeah, the war that we were hoped for was dead at this moment.
Yeah.
There's not even like a 3-man on 3-man fight.
No,
Steel
at best it
Wars.
was Reaper versus 2 geriatrics. It's like insane.
Yeah, Rainmaker
Yeah.
is like 68 years
Dude,
old,
he's
dude.
not
He is
fist
old.
fighting
Oh my God.
anyone.
No, he's not.
He's singing
God.
for the Doobie
Also,
Brothers.
the last guy that Reaper shoots here, he's like, the fact that he defies him at all, he's like, well, you're gonna give me some, right? He's like, I gotta kill you, and he's like, yeah, but come on, man, I really earned it. Like, dude, you know that he's going to shoot you no matter what.
He's just
Yeah.
so at
three
least go,
people
hey,
in the-
I don't need any money. You can have it all.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
just
how he's
gonna
like,
help
like,
out.
dude,
after,
try.
after all this guy's seen,
It
he's
is him
like,
murdering
let me
his-
pull the loyalty card.
Yeah, let me pull it out.
Yeah.
Well, you're not gonna be loyal to me after you just killed 3
Everybody
people.
else.
God damn it! Fucking idiots.
nonsense.
They all
Yeah.
deserve to die.
Yeah.
God, Nazis are stupid.
And that guy was a biker. I'm pretty sure that was a biker guy, not a
Yeah,
Nazi
not a
guy.
Nazi.
Maybe I don't know.
That was a
That's
Reaper
why-
biker
Whatever.
guy.
I guess the
He got to the
Nazis
top
were the ones that
5.
just got like wiped out
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
ambush scenes or whatever.
Right. So now it's just Reaper with his money.
He's got
Near
all
the
the
well.
gold near the well. God damn it.
Like he doesn't get on his bike instantly, just start driving.
No,
like,
no.
Like,
He's
dude,
like,
what are you
he's
doing?
like checking out his gold by
What
the
was
well.
the point of all of this?
and then Wade gets the drop on him.
Right.
And he's like,
Right.
I could split with you. We can earn it 50-50. And then Wade kicks him tiredly
God,
dad-chested.
oh man.
And then
It's so
he
sad.
stumbled backwards
like
on
he
a
couldn't
well.
get his leg up high enough to
Yeah.
really properly kick him over like this. It's
Yeah.
great. He
Yeah.
should have like kicked him in the middle of his thigh and be
It's
like,
so
ow.
good.
Yeah. Like if you wanted to detach someone's backpack, that's the kind of kick you would do. Just like, oh, thanks. I couldn't get it with my hands. like
It was like a fanny pack kit.
yeah, it was like a fanny pack kit to knock off a fanny pack. The guy stumbles backwards and he goes onto a well, and the wood is so rotted and creaky that he
just
falls
falls through
into the
it.
well.
And then the well, like the like hanging thing over the well falls into the well too.
Guy was
Yeah, the
whole
police-
ground.
I love it
if
'cause
everything just
Wayne-
started. We gotta go, and somebody was like, Wayne Rainbow, but the gold. Like like it had like a DuckTales the movie
Yeah,
ending or
right.
something. Like,
But Wade, to go with the rest
the
of the movie,
gold is
Wade
the friends
literally
we found along the way.
Wade is standing there the whole time while this is happening with the gun pointed there with a dead face.
oh my God! Yes.
Yeah.
He doesn't react or
Doesn't even
anything.
shoot him.
No, he's just like,
Him falling down that hole took
so long.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that was funny. I
God.
was like, it's
So-
still happening. It's still happening.
It was like marbles falling through like a wet coffee
It's almost
filter.
like they
Yes.
really did. They were really just like, this thing looks like it'll break on its own, and just like give it a shot, and then filmed it. Like
Yeah.
they didn't plan for pieces to break. It was just like, see if you can fall down that hole. So good.
It was
So he's dead. So
Yeah.
we'll get to that. And then like that's when Rainmaker and him have their little like powwow where he's like,
Rainmaker's
Rainmaker.
gonna ride his motorcycle
Cycle.
to Hawaii.
and he's gonna meet a bigger Kahuna and become the bigger Rainmaker.
right. And then he says, and he's like, and
He's like, "You should
Wade,
join
me." Yeah.
Wade says, "I'm just gonna be alone, I guess." And he's like, "Don't worry, man. I don't think you're gonna be alone for long." Remember?
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
he rides away. But
So he
then
rides
runs
away.
Into
He runs into the dog.
Skin and the dog.
And the dog.
Yeah.
And he gets his own little family. And she gets on the back.
Presumably.
She's like, "I'm not going anywhere." And he's like, "I'm not going anywhere. You want to go together?"
Yeah, and
We'll
he
roam
abandoned
endlessly.
her in the desert 2 hours ago, so I guess they're cool now.
So he got a dog and a
No,
wife.
he got kidnapped from where she was. He hasn't seen her since he got kidnapped.
I know,
think.
but fuck, how much
Or no, after
chopstick are
they
you
say-
going through, man?
He got a dog and a wife.
I'd be kind of pissed.
That was the whole
is what
movie.
I'm
And
saying.
then
now we cut back to the child reading.
You're reading,
and
and
he's like, "All right, well, I guess I read my comic. I'll
and he
finish
puts
my
it
homework."
under his arithmetic book, and then his dad screams upstairs. This
Oh,
time,
no, he comes in the room this time.
oh, he comes in the room.
And
it's-
time for dinner.
It's Wayne Olsen.
Oh, and he's in an Air Force costume. He's
fucking
Fuck you.
Yeah, Air Force
What is the
costume.
purpose of this framing device?
Oh my god! It
like,
must-
free, seriously, Bob,
I
explain.
hope. No,
tell
I
me.
hope the first two movies they
It's like,
justify
is this how I met your mother?
Exactly.
I don't
like,
know what it is.
That's
What
what
are
it
they
is.
trying to do with that? It's confusing.
it's
so-
like,
it should
Dad.
just
It's not
be
Peter
there.
Pan.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not-
Yeah.
If you took it all out of the movie, it literally does nothing but add like
Confusion.
less confusion.
Yes.
If you took it from away,
Yes.
there's no reason for it to be there whatsoever. It's awesome.
Yes.
my theory.
It's like what's it called? Sucker Punch. Where if you just
Yeah.
like if you took away the curtain, it's just
And
like
it's
this
just-
movie's fucking weird.
Yeah,
When
right.
you add the
Yeah.
curtains, you're like, none of this makes any sense. It's crazy.
It's just okay.
Maybe the first two movies are taking place in the world where that comic book exists.
Yeah,
And that guy is the star of that character, the dad as the naval uniform is the actual guy from the first two movies. I don't know.
no. Here's it is. It's the dad catches the son with the comic book and doesn't punish him. He just says, after dinner you can do your homework.
Finish your homework.
Yeah. But my theory is that the kid drew the comic because that's the only reason why you would finish it. 'Cause it's
published
so
it?
terrible.
No,
yeah, that
he
child
didn't do
published
that.
it.
He didn't
We should
He
go
drew
back to
that.
the beginning.
It's
and see-
hand drawn. It looks
Does it
like
say what-
shit.
Does it say what
Those
number the issue is on the comic?
It's
I don't
number
remember.
3.
You
Oh,
don't
you're
know
right, it's-
that.
Well, I mean, it's
It's a better guess than yours.
I'm saying it's number 1.
I say it's number 3 because you can't start the Steel Horse Wars.
We're not
on 1.
watching it again to find out. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we
fucking much.
are. We are. We're gonna-
So they go to dinner. They go downstairs to dinner.
Yeah.
And then the camera slowly pans around the room, and it's like, what are we still? This movie needs
Why
to be
is this movie over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it still happening?
the wind blows, the curtains open, and then the comic flips open to the page of.
The
Reaper-
Reaper falling down the well,
Well, no, he's climbing back up.
up the well,
He's climbing back up.
and there's
Yeah.
like a dun 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 moment, and then it ends.
Yeah, but he's
Reaper could still be alive
oh my
in
god!
a fake comic book reality.
No, Danger Zone 4 is like Last Action Hero, where the kid's dad has to fight Reaper.
Shit.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
It can still be made. This he's writing Expendables 4.
I've got
and it's got work.
Hey, I could do it. $24. I got it.
Yeah, let's pay some money on Fiverr to make it.
1 tank of gas. That's all I need to pay for. One tank of motorcycle gas.
Email whatever his name is. And
Douglas
say,
Bronco.
Douglas, come out of retirement. This is the only movie he directed, by the way.
That's awesome.
So one more for the team.
Definitely not a pseudonym of somebody
who would you wish directed this? Who do you wish Douglas Bronco was? Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, of course it would
so
be.
Tired.
It would be Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg?
No, it would probably be
George P. Cosmatos.
There we go. Oh my God.
It's like Tombstone.
Like right at. I think it was John.
With this script to be
I thought it was John Miles after the stroke. Like right after the stroke.
I mean, would you recommend people watch
No.
it?
No,
Absolutely
God,
not.
no.
Yeah, okay, good.
No,
God, no.
Do not watch
Don't-
this
wait,
fucking
did
movie.
The best thing is the title, which is a work of art.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Just read the title and speculate wildly.
Listen,
Never watch the movie.
Never.
Ever.
Write
Don't.
your own movie.
Dude,
I
just
think I rarely say not to watch the movie.
even if
It's
you're in a
rare
marketing
point.
This
class,
fucking movie
don't watch
sucks.
this movie. Just don't even watch it.
No.
It's just an awesome marketing campaign. That's it.
It is an unbelievable board. We should have watched No Contest. My
Yeah.
God.
We might
Oh
one
my
day.
Yeah, we got someday.
But
we'll watch
my Lord in heaven.
Steel Horse War!
Hey, in my defense, I picked 10 movies. You guys picked Steel Horse Wars.
In our defense, it was called
Steel Horse War. Like, what the fuck you want from us?
Danger Zone
We're
3,
only
Steel
human,
Horse
John.
War.
You can't dangle Steel Horse Wars in front of me and not expect me to jump
Yeah,
on
this was kind of the equivalent to marrying someone that was super hot, but like dead inside. You know, like
Yeah, like
that's what it
literally,
was.
like literally, it was a corpse and there was just fish guts put in it. That
But it was
person
really
was
hot
never
on the
alive.
outside.
It was
It's
so
just a
hot on the
mistake.
outside.
God, it was a mistake.
Yeah.
It's a mistake altogether, and you can't find much info on it.
I think
It's
everybody
a mistake
realized
that no
it was
one
a
knows
mistake.
about, and I feel bad that we're like educating
I
anyone.
just can't believe
Yeah, it
that
should
they
stay
don't
buried.
have
Just stay dead.
Amazon Prime was like, don't upload the other Danger Zones. They're so good. You can't let them be here. We're Amazon Prime. We're the shittiest streaming service ever. We can only show the worst garbage.
It is funny that we
shit.
keep finding the sequels to stuff they don't have the first or
I didn't
second.
check. I didn't check if
No,
the first ones weren't there.
There's not. It's not. It's not.
It's
I
really
looked-
not?
I really tried to look for it.
That's
gone.
amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Steel Horse War
Danger Zone
3.
Highway
And the perfect cap.
Steel
to
Horse
all-
Wars.
The perfect cap to all this was we watched the credits with the
Fuck
instrumental
yes.
music, and we're all like done. We're like so done with this movie.
Uh.
And then 10 seconds before it ends, the music hard cuts out
in the
the
middle.
static noise.
Dude,
And
just
there's
like
just
right in
more
the middle.
credits.
And there's still more. God, it was beautiful.
Like the music
10
didn't
minutes
finish
more
out.
credits.
I was literally pumping my
Oh,
fist,
my
like
God.
ironically, at the screen,
Yes.
and the music stopped.
my
and I was
God.
like, "Wait, what happened?" And nothing, just silent fuzz, and then more credits. It's so good.
It's like we couldn't even sync this up. Fuck it. Fuck it. Nobody's in this theater anymore.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
God damn it, that's hilarious.
Oh God.
I recommend people watch the credits.
more
Go to Amazon
They're so
Prime,
short.
watch the credits.
more films should be this incompetent at the end of their own movies. My God.
It's so boring.
This is unbelievably
Jesus.
boring.
It's like
Macbeth. I mean,
No.
what was the fucking? I can't think. My brain
well,
has
as you
turned
said,
into
John,
garbage.
it's like Longmire, 1990s or whatever.
Hey, do not
prequel
disparage
to Longmire.
Longmire is a fantastic show that was
This is-
so good.
This is Longmire back then.
Listen, as a longtime Longmire fan, I will say this, okay? They thought that show was dead when it was canceled on A&E And then we brought it back. Us, the fans. The fans brought it back. And we got a good conclusion to Longmire. We closed all of the loops. Every single character satisfied.
It was.
The world of Wyoming was safe.
I was thinking of Matlock earlier.
God damn it.
Well, Longmire is the Matlock of Westerns.
Yeah,
So
Longmire is so much better than this film.
Well, I mean, that's not saying anything.
Yes, it is.
That's really
like not a compliment.
Good Lord.
Proper use of the desert. Proper use of steel
All right, this
horses.
isn't a Longmire podcast. We're
damn
done
it.
talking about Longmire.
I could talk about Longmire. Believe me, I could talk about
I'm
Longmire.
sure you could talk longer about
I could talk
Longmire.
about every single
Oh,
episode
God.
featuring Peter Weller, who directed
I know.
6 episodes of Longmire. Legend of
Shut up!
Screen.
Nobody cares about Longmire.
Legend of the Stage and Screen.
You dusty fuck.
you're watching old age home programming.
So what?
It's like shit you take a prostate pill to.
Look, it's entertaining. The mysteries are easy to follow. The Indian mysticism isn't too far-fetched for the average elderly white man not to follow.
Dude, this movie, Longmire, it's all shit you watch like a hospital waiting room. It's
Yeah.
I love it. You think you're so high and mighty. Somebody's watching this shit.
Nobody's watching Steel Horse War.
Yeah,
Listen,
nobody's watching.
somebody's
Steel Horse War.
Like I
watching it.
said when we finished, there's probably 2 views on Amazon. Us and the guy who uploaded and wanted to check to see if it worked.
Hope this makes me some money. Never watch that again.
And done.
God damn it.
We gave it the view.
I hope we have some sort of curse where our lives are boring now.
I mean, they always were.
The Steel Horse Wars are going to be our lives now.
Steel Horse War.
Yeah, we're
All
in
right,
the danger
God.
zone.
Oh, we
Heaven.
did forget about when the women before the sexy archaeologist. I just remembered that funny line where the woman, they're all just like, we got it. Everybody's trying to be like, I think the professor has a gun in his truck. There's a thing over here. We can get this or that. And the one woman goes, oh God, we're all just gonna get gang raped to hell. And we were like, Jesus, calm the fuck down. Everybody's already
Well,
working
we're
on a
at that
solution.
point-
That is a possibility, but wow.
God
No, at
damn
that
it.
point we were all like falling asleep, dying to this movie. She's like, it's like
She screamed at me. We were like, whoa.
Did somebody
Yeah.
have a personality and an opinion about anything happening?
It was a splash of water in the face.
Yes.
It's up a little bit about what
It was
happening.
yes.
Sorry. I don't know why that just flashed in my head.
I'm
Forgot
just
about
saying
that.
that Longmire really captures the economic realities of,
Shut-
small town
okay, we're
America.
done.
Stop.
We're done here.
All right,
Whatever.
let's look. We'll end it properly.
This isn't a platform for you to fucking try to convince people to watch Longmire.
Who says it's a platform?
Do you
Longmire
understand?
doesn't need a platform. It speaks
If,
for
you, if,
itself.
Matt actually wasted his time on one episode, he'd be so mad at you.
No, he'd be locked in for life. He'd be a Longmire head.
And watched it. I'm never watching it.
Listen,
I've seen it enough of it tangentially. I would never sit through an episode.
dude,
of that
you
show.
just got to go through the mire at least.
We're-
once.
no! Oh my God!
monkey
Shut
of
Longmire.
up! We're done.
Let's end it properly with the Steel Horse War. 1, 2, 3.
Steel Horse War!
You've just listened to Bonus Disc, available only on Thundergrunt. Questions, complaints, and movie suggestions can be posted to facebook.com/bonusdisc. Opinions and criticisms of the hosts of Bonus Disc are 100% valid, even though they took the time to watch the movies you were too ignorant to appreciate.